Greetings from the land of America. My name is Sean, and today I'll be showing you guys how to do the Nooch's trap, the Mangler. It is incredibly hard, so if you're new, I would not recommend trying it. It took me about an hour to figure out, and if I were to actually build it for you guys, it would be like a 30-minute video. So I know these kind of tutorials suck, but I'm just gonna have to show you how it works and teach you the tricks you'll need to make your own. So just a little example of what it is: you just walk into this Mangler thing and you get trapped in here and get shot to crap with arrows. The Xbox version, the arrows shoot a little bit, or a lot slower, I guess, than the PC version, but it's just something you're gonna have to deal with. And my version of the trap is easier to reset. You just wanna break that and step on your trap and then just put it down, and then if you need to fill your dispensers with arrows, but you should put a lot in there so you don't need to do that every time, and then yeah, it's good to go again. So now to show you how it works, we've just got some, show you here, we just have the pressure plate, you have some redstone going underneath which tees off into going that way, which I'll explain later, but the main way goes this way, needs a repeater, and it splits off into two different redstone lines. It goes one to the left and then up, and then, I mean, you don't really need that there, but you can just do that. Oh, yeah, you can just do that. So yeah, so you just have two going this way, one going off to the left and then over your first line up into up to the top of the trap, which I'll get to that later, and then the other one goes straight underneath and do a T flip-flop, which I showed how to do in another video, but I'll explain it again here. This is how you set it up. You dig it in too deep and you put two sticky pistons on the side. You put a block there, and then you bring it over like that little design. You come on the opposite side, and you just make it so the redstone can get on top. You put the top with two redstone, and put two torches on the side, and then that makes it so when you step on a pressure plate, the redstone will stay turned on over here, and then if you step on it again, the redstone will stay turned off. So it's just like a lever. So that's a T flip-flop, and that's what you're going to run it into right here. And then your redstone that comes out of it, you just kind of run it around to go into your pistons, which shoot up. So basically your walkway, if it consists of, say, like, that's your walkway, your pistons will be right here. That would be your piston, so when it's turned on, it just looks like a normal doorway. So that's how it works over here. You just have pistons with your redstone torches, so the pistons are always on. And then it's important that you do one more deep, and you put your repeaters so that the redstone doesn't run into each other and then, like, just one big cluster. So, and then your redstone line, that goes into your T flip-flop, so when you hit the pressure plate, it will be like a lever, so your pistons stay down, and then when it stays down, it allows for your dispensers, which are right on top of the pistons, which are basically just right above. These are the dispensers right here. So when your piston pulls down, your dispenser can shoot arrows at them, which is also another part of the trap, which I will show. So you have this contraption, which is the reason why the arrows shoot slower. I'll show you how to make that right here. It's extremely easy. You just put torches, put two blocks down, torches, and then just redstone in like a T formation, and then it just makes your redstone turn on and off, which is really useful for a lot of things. I don't really know what it's called, but that's what makes your arrows go. And so you just make that, you want to make it like above all this so it's not really like out of the way, and then you make it go, and then have a one drop down here. So right now this redstone going on top of the dispensers, which I'll show you how to do in a few seconds. But so it is currently not connected because this block is blocking it with this piston. So to make it so you can have redstone on top of your dispensers, you put your dispenser down and you have to see, because if you try to put it on top, you're just going to keep getting into your dispenser and it gets super annoying. So you just put a block above it like that, and then you put the redstone underneath it and it shows up on top, and it works like normal. So that's how you put it on top. So this block will go up, which will turn this redstone blinking, which will make the arrows go. So I'll show you how you get that block to be timed right. But so that's the first trail of redstone going into your pistons, and then this just is kind of like on top of it, like just going into your dispensers. So your dispensers just sit, like I said, right one to the left of your pistons, and so when you pull it down, you can see your dispensers. Okay, so the second trail of redstone, which when it tees off right here, it comes up these blocks, and it leads to the roof of the trap, which you can build this any way you want, but it's just you don't want to make the redstone connecting into anything that it shouldn't be. So if you need to add blocks, like maybe right there, you know. So it's this second trail that comes up here, and you don't want it to run into this piston right here, or else it'll screw up your trap. But so you want it to come through here. This repeater is just used to continue the trail so it doesn't run out, and then it comes up into another T flip-flop. You have to remember that wherever the trail that is coming from the pressure plate, so that would be this side of the T flip-flop, it will be coming up into the like step area. So you have to remember where the pressure plate comes from. It always leads into the step, and when you have the pressure plate not pushed in, so when the trap is off, you want this side of the T flip-flop to be activated so that you're not shooting arrows all the time. Because if it was the other way, then the arrows would be shooting, and then when you step on the plate, the arrows will not be shooting. The way to fix that is to just move the block to whichever side you need to, which is you want it in this position when it's off. So that's where that trail, that's what the second trail that goes up on this side is used for. Now for the initial like T of it, which goes off that way, because this is like the main power, like everything's being started from the pressure plate, which is just one block down. That side of the redstone goes into another T flip-flop, which you have to always remember, you know, the pressure plate's here, so that means the block that goes up is on this side, and then your ending redstone is right here. This repeater is used just to keep the redstone going, and then that's what powers your two pistons to actually trap them in your killing machine. So when this gets powered, it goes up this these blocks onto here, so it just kind of runs into the piston, which will throw that block down so that you can't get out. And it's a long redstone trail, so it already has enough of a delay to allow your victim in, and then allows them to not get out. So this one T flip-flop is used for both sides, so you don't have to like duplicate it. So in the off position, you want this in the off position. So when you do step on the power plate, this redstone trail gets turned down forever, and it tees off into both of those, which make it so they can't get out. And so that's how this side works. So you just have to know that this pressure plate is just one redstone line that gets teed off in two areas, and then on this side it gets teed off again. Okay, so here's what it looks like from the outside when someone walks in. So we have Bronze God, he walks in, pistons turn on, and the piston directly right there goes up. So let's look at that one more time in slow motion. You see the redstone directly in front turn on, and the piston that covers up the redstone goes up right there, allowing arrows to shoot. And then from the other side, you see the redstone light up on top, and then after it lights up on top, it lights up on the bottom, so it has that little delay just because the redstone's longer, making the trap work. That's pretty much the trap. I know it's incredibly confusing. So if you have any questions, feel free to message